Hello, Rob here from the Flanagan Homestead and East Fork Christmas Tree Farms. Today is our final of 3 short videos of our visit to Farrell Farms in Washougal, Washington. Just picking up a little bit more of the conversation that we had going. Please enjoy. Here we have Nordmann over here, and is it all Turkish on this side?
Mostly Turkish.
Mostly Turkish on this side. They're very similar trees. I would say Farrell Farms is a little bit ahead of the game as far as getting a lot of Nordmann in the ground. I know more and more people are doing them. We're trying to get more Nordmann. Not that we want less noble, but Nordmann are really good trees. They hold their needles really well. At least we've found that they have. So Heidi here says that that's their tree, the one that's flagged right there. Yeah. It's a Nordmann fir. That's the same type of tree that my wife is saying has to go in our house. So we're standing in the Nordmann section right now. My watch is talking to me. My wife is demanding though that we don't want to take up too much room in the living room, so she's asking that I make sure that I have some Nordmann sheared skinnier so that we only have a 9-foot ceiling, but we don't want it too wide because anyway, so that's the request of my wife, whereas a lot of people like them nice and thick like you see a lot of them here.
I like nice and skinny and tall. Just to go in a corner. He's the one that told us about Nordmann. He's like, I have these seedlings I can get for you. I'll bring them up.
It is good needle retention on these guys.
And he's the one that planted the first Nordmanns for us.
We found that our needles, I don't care how long we leave the tree up, the needles don't come off on the Nordmann. So how long have you been growing Nordmann? Obviously you've at least 10 years.
Yeah, because longer, because down there we've had pretty much a whole rotation. We've already kind of gone through it.
Yeah.
There's a few.
Probably 15 years with the Nordmanns.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, I have it written down at home, but off the top of my head, I can't remember. Probably about, maybe longer.
Speaking of that, I did a video on you got to keep records on what you're doing.
And
then sometimes I don't practice what I preach. I try to keep track. Do you guys do a pretty good job of what you planted, when, how much you sold? You have everything.
Yep. We have a good record of how many we've sold, how many each day, and the kinds of trees.
And how many we plant every year.
How many we plant every year. Sometimes I'm very good about writing down the seed source, sometimes I'm not. But we do know how many we've planted every year, and the type. Sometimes I've written down where we planted them. Sometimes I'm not as good about that. But.
Do you keep track of which type of herbicides you used and when and all that too, or rates?
She does.
Yeah. I think I'm not sure if I have every year, but I think pretty much we do.
She's the bookkeeper. I'm just the worker.
Yeah.
I do the spraying.
I try and write down so in case something happens to me, that's the farm can keep going.
Good. So, did you run a tractor through for the herbicide, a Christmas tree tractor or something, and then you killed all the grasses and most of the weeds?
In March, we spray with the tractor down every row. Some of these rows with the Nordmanns are getting a little tight, so we actually had to skip them.
Yeah,
so we
it'll break branches.
The trees.
Yeah, you don't want to do that. So then you had most of the normal weeds and grasses down.
Yes, great.
And you said you're starting to have problems with blackberries coming up.
Yeah. So if you kill everything, all the weeds and the grass, well, that makes the blackberries can kind of go crazy because they're thanks. And
So what'd you do about that?
Well, basically, what is it?
Trichopyr.
Yeah, trichopyr.
In end of August, you started doing it. Backpack spray.
Yeah, just walking every row with a backpack sprayer, 4-gallon backpack sprayer. It's slow and manual labor, but it does the job.
Well, I can commiserate with you on that because we had blackberries come up as we were getting the rest of the weeds down and had to do backpack spraying all over our field. I think the birds You know, there's so many blackberries around, and then they come and sit in your trees, and then they leave seed everywhere.
Yep.
It's like, yeah, burn it.
Yeah.
Okay, so you mentioned, and we're standing in, actually I swing through here, quite a few Nordmanns that are harvestable, high, ready to go. And you were saying you might not be able to sell these. Have you considered wholesaling these, or what's the plan?
Well, we have wholesaled trees in the past, a few, to like the Boy Scouts and things, and we're hesitant to wholesale to any just because we like to keep them for our U-cut customers, right?
Yep.
In the past, we've had some years where we've had to have really short seasons just because we've had a shortage of trees. And obviously we're not at that now. We have a lot of trees. So hopefully, so anyway, we are hesitant to wholesale just because we don't want to get into that
Make sure we
that
have
predicament
enough for the
again.
customers.
So we might, evaluate at the end of the season and see what we sell. But we're gonna, with the hay rides, hopefully bring people right here, and a lot of these trees will.
Yeah. So, hey, the tractor that we rode out here, we're a long ways away from the baler and shaker and where they sell. So, we're planning to use this to get people out here to see these wonderful trees on the backside of the farm. I gotta ask you, words of wisdom. You've been in this how many years now?
Oh, around 40 years, probably selling trees for 30 years.
Okay, so you're in it longer than I am. If you had words of wisdom for people that wanted to start a Christmas tree farm or they're new to it, what should they expect? What should they know?
Well, I would say you have to love working outside because you're out in the weather a lot, and I guess if you don't love it working outside, it won't really work.
Yeah. Can't be afraid.
It's a lot of work. It's a lot of fun.
Can't be afraid to get your hands dirty. A lot of manual labor. A lot of ibuprofen.
Be open to learning new things. It helps to make friends who are farmers because you can get a sounding board or learn new things. We're always learning new things. Always. Always learning new things.
Yep, that's one of my key things. Just keep learning.
Yeah.
You're going to make mistakes. I promise you. If you start a farm, you're going to make a couple mistakes.
Yeah,
Just
and
learn
that's
from
another
people.
one. You will make mistakes. And I mean, oh yeah. We could, the stories we could tell.
It's fun family business, I grew up doing it. My kids grew up doing it.
Do you think your kids will want to continue it?
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
They're going to college, so they don't have to work hard.
I understand that.
Yeah, I don't know.
But if I don't know, if it doesn't work out
We'll
for
see.
them,
Yeah, I
they
mean,
might fall back on this.
who knows what the future will hold.
Okay, today was our third and final video of our visit to Farrell Farms in Washougal, Washington. By the time you're watching this, they're probably busy working hard selling Christmas trees to the people in their area. As always, thanks for joining me on the Flanagan Homestead, where Christmas trees are my business, teaching and cleaning horticulture is my job, and outdoor projects are my passion. Hope to see you again soon. Be blessed, everyone.